presence, my lord.
He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind? Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus? He is a demigod out of time, fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home. Rise, Demetria Titus, Master of the Watch, Captain of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar!
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
Hey, welcome back to the channel, Crusaders. That reveal trailer for 500 Worlds, Titus from World Championships Preview Live 2025 goes hard, right? But Epic doesn't even cover it. It's got my theory crafted and working on overdrive right now. But let's get real. This drop raises some massive questions, like where does it slot Space Marine 3 into the timeline? And how exactly does Space Marine 2 wrap up to feed into all this? Is Space Marine 3 eyeing an early 2027 release? Or are we still in the dark after that March 2025 announcement? And yeah, the elephant in the room, or should I say, the Tyranid in the rubble, is Captain Acheran's brutal fate. But we're unpacking this all today, so grab your bolter and let's purge some speculation. All right, Crusaders, zero in on the heart of this, Titus stepping up as captain of the Second Company and master of the Watch. That promotion feels earned after everything he's been through, but Games Workshop's cheeky statement in the reveal hits like a power fist. As for Captain Acheran, the former leader of the Second Company, well, there's usually only one way Space Marine jobs open up, and we'll be taking a closer look at that next week. So pretty much that's Games Workshop code for buckle up for some heroic last stands, right? We all know Acheran was the rock solid captain holding the Second Company together, briefing Titus early on and leading those desperate evacuations. You remember his now famous one-liner during the campaign in Ops mode, right? I can only spare 3 men. But now with him gone, it's like the Emperor's flipping the script, handing Titus keys, while Gilliman's off crusading. And speaking of familiar faces, the return of now ancient Gadriel, sporting that Second Company banner. It's pretty dope, right? Titus personally fast-tracked him despite his relative youth, turning that early Space Marine 2 tension. You guys remember that whole thing on Avarax where he accused him of, being a heretic, but now into an unbreakable brotherhood. But where's Chiron? Scrubbing through the whole trailer frame by frame, I didn't spot any cybernetic arm or anything that looks remotely close to him. Did he fall alongside Acheran in some off-screen mission? And what about the rest of the Six Squad? Maybe some promotions got handed to them as well. I mean, come on, face it. In the end of Space Marine 2, Marines were falling left and right. So hopefully they get the promotion that they deserve. Like for me, I would like to see Decimus get a promotion. I main Vanguard, so kind of have a soft spot for that. Fast forwarding into the big picture, last we left Titus in Space Marine 2. He suited up with Calgar himself and that slimy Puritan Leandros for a secret mission. The kind that screams high risk, Inquisition flavor. That slots perfectly in the tie-in for Secret Level Season 1, Episode 5, And They Shall Know No Fear. Produced by Blur Studios, with that raw, cel-shaded grit from their Dead Space and Halo work. It drops right after post Space Marine 2. Titus, voiced by Clive Strandon again, leads Blagar's Suicide Squad with a projected morality rate of absolute, thanks again to Slimy Leandros. Trying to hold my tongue. To smash, the Saint's Relic. If Space Marine 3 picks up the gap between the secret level episode and Titus's reclaiming the captain's chair, we're talking peak narrative flow. Fresh scars from Chaos Whispers fueling his stand against a possible Necron tide. Oh, and Necrons, I mean, they were teased pretty hard in Space Marine 2 on Delirium's full cemetery vibe hiding a full tomb world under the surface, with those obelisk and data slate logs screaming ancient Xenos awakening. We poked a hornet's nest with Project Aurora's Blackstone digs, but no green skeletons stirred. Yet. Now with 500 Worlds dropping official models like Satan, Shard of the Nightbringer as the big bad, and others, it's locked. Necrons crash the party in Space Marine 3, turning Ultramar's reclamation into a grimdark blender. An early 2027 feels right for a launch. Hopefully it gives Saber time to work on a little bit better, but I wouldn't hold my breath for an earlier release. But wrapping this up, Crusaders, 500 World isn't just lore candy. It's a spark igniting Titus's era, blending games, animation, and tabletop into one unbreakable front. But real talk, Saber and Focus got to step up their game big time. Space Marine 2 is good and it's a beast, but we need more cosmetic drops, fresh levels in ops mode, and a much upgraded siege mode. And Crusader, let's face it, PvP is dead in Space Marine 2. So, not really expecting anything there. But as for Space Marine 3, make it bigger, better, with bigger battles, squad command depth, and Necron bosses that can possibly warp onto the battlefield mid-fight. That would be pretty cool. But they don't need to touch Sister Hylia. She's perfect. But I need to stop gooning over her. Anyways, thanks for joining me and smash all those buttons for more 40k dives, and I'll catch you in the next one.
For the Emperor!